Yeah, it's a quick face-off. Jake Paul, professional boxer, former YouTube guy, but now he's a boxer, and social media influencer, used to be at least. I don't even know this guy's name anymore. What's this guy's name again? Andrew Tate. Those two are facing off. They're gonna have a fight. Somebody's getting their ass whooped, and whoever does, I'm sure folks will be happy no matter what. It's kind of how it goes with these celebrity fights. Anyway, it goes. They faced off. The details are a little bit crazy. After hints at an impending bout between Jake Paul and Andrew Tate, the YouTube turned pugilist all but confirmed the fight on social media by sharing that video of a face-off with the controversial former kickboxer. So a spokesperson from Tate confirmed that these negotiations are underway with that Twitter post as well from Paul. He goes, negotiations. And there's some guy standing there with his hands between them as if they're about to actually fight. Come on, bro. Anyways, this has been in the works for a minute, but actually maybe it's finally gonna happen. It's a fight that's been talked about for a while. In fact, Tate, a controversial influencer, offered Jake $3 million to fight back in 2021, but Jake had other opponents in mind at the time. These two don't really like each other. But during a recent episode of his brother Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast, Jake claimed that the 76-9 kickboxer who had a short stint in MMA doesn't really want to fight him or his brother Logan, doesn't matter. He says, I don't think he gets in the ring with one of us, is what he said back in August. It's too big of a risk for him. He's alpha male, right? That's his whole entire thing. Paul also added, and when he loses, he will lose to either one of us he fights. His whole shtick, and all the women will be like, yeah. And his whole shtick goes out the window. More, the problem child also ripped Tate for his catchphrase. He runs with this whole thing like, what color is your Bugatti, is what Paul said. Andrew, it's not cool to tell kids that they need a Bugatti to be cool. Let's go to a video about who this guy is, in case you guys don't know.
Doesn't flinch on. Oh, that's a thunderous leg kick.
Devastating leg kick, really buckled.
Oh, head kick. Huge. What? Takes his time, not charging in. Oh, he dropped him standing, 8 count coming.
Yeah, boy. Dropped him standing. Sorry, I don't have a very good accent there. So he's 35 years old, you guys. He's had all this controversy over his online posts. Again, in case you missed this, several of which have resulted in platforms like Twitter. The US UK dual citizen has also attacked victims of sexual assault, claimed depression isn't real, and has also described himself as both a sexist and a misogynist. And he's gained a following based off of that because our society is garbage. Let's keep it real. Only way someone like that can gain enough people to follow and listen and worship him is that they also have to be similar, like-minded people. Even though Jake Paul and them have also defended him doing this on social media, we disagree with him. We just don't think you guys should keep him from saying this and inciting more people to carrying out violence against the folks that they think are lesser than them, but talk a little bit too much, like women. What's your thoughts here? Who do you want to see win this fight?
I am so mad at you for making me comment on either of these guys right now. I've been successful so far at avoiding speaking about any of these like very, hyper macho man attention desperate YouTubers. I'm just so annoyed, and I'm blaming you entirely for this. And
thank you.
Whatever. I like a good fight, but I do think that all of like the hyper masculine, the trash talk, it's exhausting, and both of these guys suck. So like, whoever wins, it'll be good, and whoever loses, it'll be good. That's it.
Well, it's gonna make a bunch of money. That's the one downside of this whole thing. So I'll be sure not to watch it.
Yeah.
And again, you know what? It's when you said that, it stuck with me. This is the second thing you said today that stuck with me. I'm not gonna say the first thing before we came on, but this is the second thing you stuck with because I've generally avoided having to even ingest the negativity specifically of Tate. But then I just, I'm not even sure the professional record of Jake Paul, and then I think his brother's in the wrestling game. I thought they were twins, or I didn't know one from the other. I still can't figure it out. They look very much alike.
They look very similar. Yeah, I don't know which is which, but I try not to pay too much attention to them.
Oh, come on, you can reveal it now. I don't
know. I genuinely don't know which one is which. I can recognize that they have two different faces, but I don't know which one is Logan and which one is what's it? Jake.
Yeah, Jake Logan, right? Yeah. Again, yes.
It's just like picking 3 up on names between the two of them. It's a lot.
Yes, one of them is going to be fighting this guy. That's the bottom line here. So I guess get your bets together, figure it out. They're in negotiations. We'll see where this goes. Somebody who's generally annoying is going to get their ass whooped. I guess that's the bottom line here.
Yeah, and that's good. Sometimes that needs to happen. That's
Thank
probably
you
happens
guys.
more often than it does, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.